We've got a Vortex tier list. This is what we've been working on every single day for quite a while now. You can look at all my live streams. You see 2 hours, 3 hours, corrosion testing for 5 hours and 41 minutes. And if you look at those videos, you can see where we're really going into detail with each of these heroes. The damage types, right? All those damage types, we are working them, and we've come up with this tier list right here. If you want to see this, you can check it out anytime if you look at my videos, and then look right here. This will be the pinned message with my Twitch. We're streaming almost every single day. Come and join us there. But right here, you click on this, and it will bring it up, and then look at the bottom. I think it's the top on mobile. Go over to Vortex tier list, and this is what we've got. A lot of stuff. Corrosion testing like crazy. We've got Ice Blast, of course. Shadow down here with lots of Azul, and then teams without Azul, of course. All different teams. Rares, Epics, Legendaries. We will have them all. And if you have a team you want me to test out, let me know in the comments below. I will put the gear that we're using right now. This is a Vortex damage hierarchy list. So the thing that you would use this for is, okay, I have 3 of these new heroes, and I want to use them on a Vortex team. Here's the damage I'm getting with them, 44 million. Is it worth me using Whisk? This person, which I can't even remember who that is. What's that name? Whoever that name is, it's some epic that we really don't use that often. Along with Rook, that's the kind of damage you're going to get. But is that better than me using Nord, Girthin, and Bledin together for their 30 million? So you need to look through here. See what teams you can make, see what you have access to, and then you'll be able to see what kind of damage they do. Now, the gear sets that we're using right now are all aerial sets. They do 100% chance to crit. They all have crit rate gloves, critical damage rune on the left-hand side, and then attack rune on the right-hand side. Gear set 2 is the one we use with Witch's Remains because it has higher accuracy. Gear set 1 has 400 additional attack over gear set 3 and 7% additional critical damage. So gear set 1 does do the most damage. All with crit rate gloves, all with the precision carnage gloves, precise carnage gloves. 35% additional damage when decreased defense is up. And then we're using Witch's Remains, Roots, and Eyeball. Now I know you're saying, hey Stu, there's a lot of better artifacts for this hero. I got you. We're not trying to do best in slot. We're actually trying to keep it very vanilla and plain so that we can get an idea of what all these heroes will do together. Not best in slot. Now, if we're not playing a hero properly, like if we're not using Flora properly because we need to do a new set for Flora. When we do Shaltar, Flora, all those kind of heroes that deal a lot of damage based off of Enlightenment and attack, yes, we're going to have to change this gear, and I need to add a new gear set so we can get them on our tier list here to see where they're gonna land. But we are using these artifacts because they are pretty mundane artifacts. We got Roots giving us 60% additional attack, 15% additional attack for a legendary on top of that 60, 30% additional attack on a rare and an epic. So a rare epic really takes advantage of Roots, so that's good for us there whenever we do these numbers. Eyeball, 20% additional damage on the ultimate plus attack percentage, and then we've got Witch's Remains. And we just switched it up. We play all these heroes on an unkillable team. We're using Zephy and Ogok. 150 rounds. We're using Ogok's lead of 30 resistance. That way it doesn't mess with our damage numbers. And whenever you crit in this game, you just get one solid number. You don't get a variation of number. Although some of these heroes do something like maybe a percentage chance to do something. So some of our numbers will be a little different each run. But if they're wearing the same gear and they're using the same artifact, you'll notice that the damage is pretty much the same, like very much the same. But this is a damage hierarchy tier list. So whatever heroes you have, you come in here and you check it out and you're like, all right, these work really well together. They do good damage, but this other team that I have actually looks like they will do more damage than that. So you'll be able to pick out whatever you want. You'll be able to see how they're going to work for you, like what kind of damage they're going to pull off on the Vortex boss. Now, if I haven't done justice for a hero, let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know in the comments below, what team do you want me to test? Tell me, we'll test out that team. We're going to do all the teams. We've only done a little bit of Ice Blast, a little bit of Wild, and of course, we've done all the Aura, Shadow, and Corrosion. But I want to do all the teams so we'll see where they're going to land. And again, we'll do different gear for Shaltar, for Flora, all those kind of heroes. We got to do all the exclusives, of course, in team comps, and then without the exclusives, with legendaries, without the legendaries. It's a lot of testing, but we do change around some gear. Like Sacredia over here can put up Corrosion, and she needs a lot of attack to do that, or you would think, but she can still crit and critical damage hits. So when we took her out of that crit rate glove, we put her in attack percentage glove, and then we took all the other stuff to make her to where she would have higher attack. Maybe like 1,500 more attack, 80% crit rate instead of 100. She actually dropped her damage. It wasn't as effective as you would think it would be. So we're testing all that stuff is what it comes down to. We are making changes, we are testing, and we're making sure when we do these tests on other heroes that we're keeping them with saved gear that we have, we're keeping them the same. So we can get a very general idea of what kind of damage each of these team comps can pull off. Obviously, Rook is doing the most damage out of everyone. And I'm going to do follow-up videos. We're going to see videos every single day of me breaking down what happened with these teams, because there are some small caveats, some really cool small things that we tried out that we found out worked really well or didn't work really well when we thought they would. So we need to talk about corrosion on its own. We need to talk about aura and shadow on their own and what we found out about those. And then when we get deeper into those other older teams, we'll do videos on those as well. So make sure you're subscribed. Follow me, guys. If you want to join me over on Twitch, it is, of course, right here on Twitch, right at the bottom of any of my videos. It's all pinned in the comments. And this is where you click the URL to see this tier list, along with other tier lists. If you need merchants, if you need recipes, you know, all that stuff. Single target damage tier list we did in Season 1. AoE damage tier list we did in Season 2. It doesn't have all the heroes. We need to restart this because we're on a new test server with different gear, so it's hard to keep up and keep doing those, but we've got some pretty good stuff. Check it out. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys all in a video soon.